Welcome to the Degenerate Nation podcast live from the graveyard. We're using gimmicks to try to get audience members. And Wendy's sitting in her car and eating bones.
Well, yeah, you can use gimmicks. I'm just here for lunch.
You just came by to watch headstones for lunch?
Delicious. Oh, they get stuck in your teeth though a little bit, but
the bones.
I'll get them out later.
Does this place have any significance, or are you just like chilling by the graveyard?
Well, it's the only graveyard, so that's significant. It's also where I'm going to be someday, at least my body.
Yeah, your mind is going to be in a degenerate utopia.
I'll be bugging you. Hey,
yeah.
Andy. Psst. Hey.
So,
you want to hear about necrophilia?
Yeah, what are your opinions on necrophilia? I'm writing something that involves necrophilia.
Okay. So, I'm not sure how it would work for a woman in love with a man corpse.
Because they're only stiff for so long, right?
Well, I think so. Because I don't know. I've never seen somebody die with a boner. Maybe I should be asking that. Any of our listeners know anyone who died with a boner?
Anyone that was hanged involuntarily dies with a boner.
Oh, that's an unknown fact. Wow.
Yeah.
Can't say you don't learn anything here.
Mm-hmm.
So, do they make a separate little noose then for the erection?
Yes. They have to guillotine the erection so they don't. So it's not inconvenient to bury.
Oh, darn it! Here I thought they hung the erection, and that's how the cock ring got invented.
And how it was hung. The term hung.
Yeah, hanged.
That's where it comes from.
Hanged or hung?
Hung.
Oh, hung.
That's where it comes from.
Okay, so after he's been lynched, and then his erection is lynched. Now he's hung.
Yes, correct.
Wow, this is educational.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I decided to come out here and to visit my future. I'm literally looking into the future.
You're staring at your plot?
I am.
It's a nice plot?
It is. It has some dandelions and just a very, very little bit of lawn because it's just spring here. So
you own it. You could like chill there if you want and have a picnic, right?
I'm doing that right now. I could podcast on it. I could have a picnic. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's live from the graveyard 2. Part 2.
Yeah, I could play horseshoes. Whatever I want.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's like, your turn, Grandpa. Grandpa? Your turn. I guess I win.
I gotta turn his hearing aid up. Hold on.
Yeah. Grandpa! What are you doing?
I had 2 interesting things in my dreams.
Okay.
One was Callie went missing, or like she was just like I had her somewhere and I like lost her or forgot her or something, and it was like at some casino and I was drunk at some type of like bar that turned into a mall and turned into a casino. And then she was gone. I was like, it's my fault too. And I was just really sad. And the other one was that I remembered was it was like kind of like a similar to Back to the Future, but Doc looked a little different, and he was he didn't have a DeLorean. He had like a van or something, and it had a sump pump. So it was like an RV, and it had a sump pump or whatever, and he hooked a hose thing, and he hooked it up to a porta potty at the high school campus.
Could it have been a plumber van?
Might have been a plumber van.
Yeah. 63% of plumbers are stalkers.
Yeah, they are. Because they get inside the home, and they know your habits, their toilet habits. And, yeah, and so I don't know if we were time traveling or just needed to hook up a sump pump or what, but I was Marty, except I was more like George because I was like myself, and so there wasn't a lot different about me, except that I had anxiety, so I had my own anxiety because George had anxiety for sure, and Marty didn't. And I was just like, how am I going to take her to the Champion Under the Sea dance when I didn't even go to any dances myself because I was too nervous? What am I going to do?
Were you meek, George, or were you assertive, George?
I was like angry George.
Oh.
I was kind of an angry.
Get your damn hands off her.
Yeah, I was kind of angry, to be honest.
Wow.
I almost got in some fights and stuff.
It happens. It happens.
Adolescence is a rough time.
Sometimes you gotta pound flesh. Whether it's physically, mentally, or sexually.
Sexually, I pounded my hand as I discussed with Patrice, I believe. Pounded it in the old high school bathroom.
Okay.
What if there was
high school bathrooms are weird.
They're sexy.
What?
They're so sexy. What if there was like an alternate version of Back to the Future or something similar where you have to stop your dad, go back in time to stop your dad from masturbating in the high school cafeteria bathroom because he gets caught and it ruins his life. What's that?
Does it matter how you do it?
No.
As long as he just doesn't do it?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a bathroom story from yesterday.
Ooh.
And I'm thinking this would be the perfect way to stop said person from masturbation. So I was actually up in Duluth doing some shopping.
Shopping in Duluth.
And I was at the local Costco, of course. Gotta hit the Costco. And those bathrooms there, yeah. Well, you go in and you pretty much just sit down and shit next to your neighbor. You almost might as well just shit in their lap.
Do they have stall doors there?
I don't know.
He's like, I was blacking out.
Oh, yeah, right. Anyway. So I didn't need to use the restroom, but I was getting some diapers. I have to stock up on my diapers. So I was right in that area, the medical stuff, right next to the restroom. And I come around the corner, and there are 3 people there. 2 older ladies and a younger gentleman. I would say he was probably about your age, just hanging out on his phone there. Yeah. And they were outside. And all of a sudden, one of the older ladies said, "Do you smell that?" And the other one's like, "Yeah, that's nasty. Oh, my God. Oh, who did that?" And the guy, without blinking, just says, "Hey, I didn't shit." And of course they all knew each other, and he didn't know that I was there. I don't think he would have said it if he'd known I was there, but I had just come around the corner. I just love this. Hey, I didn't shit. So if you could shit stinky enough to avoid anybody going in there and masturbating, I think that'd be the way to go.
Yeah, like take a bunch of laxatives and come in there and he's about to masturbate and get caught and get beat up for it, and or caught with like an administrator and get be a sexual registrant.
Right.
Yeah, I think going back in time and lacing some kids with laxatives that was in there at the same time, and he just like shitting so bad that he can't get hard.
Make sure that you change the food schedule so that the cafeteria serves tacos that day. Tacos laced with delicious, delicious chocolate laxatives.
Tacos laced with laxatives? So he goes back on Taco Tuesday to keep them from masturbating?
Yep.
So you just spike everyone's fucking food and everyone just has to shit in the bathroom. There's so many people going out there. And that was the day that he got caught. And he pulled him aside like, I knew you were going to masturbate in there, you fucking freak.
You're going to have to wait.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that episode, but it was me and Mr. Thirsty that were the masturbators.
I love masturbation porn.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Except when the chick's clit looks like a dick. Then that's how I found that one that I talked about before.
Yeah.
That it literally looked like a dick and it was a clit. So I'm like, okay. I haven't gotten back since, and I really, really miss it because masturbation porn is like my go-to.
Really?
It's so comforting because There's no second person in there, fucking shit up. You can get in there and you can get your business done, and it's all about that one person. It's not like irritating shifts in the filmmaking. Oh, I was watching that one person. Why are you on this person now? What?
Yeah, they're not. Well, they're not like
fucking dizzy.
Ron Howard or something,
No. Quit trying to play like you're something you're not.
Steven Spielberg or
yeah. Focus on the one person. Let's get this done.
The dude who directed Parasite. I mean, these aren't elite directors here. These are low-rent porn directors, Sometimes it's just a steady cam or a phone cam sitting on a fucking dresser from IKEA.
Right, but it doesn't matter what kind of director you are. You can't fuck up masturbation porn. One person, one shot. Just turn the camera on.
Well, a lot of them are... You need, because sometimes someone already came and they have to go and do it again and stuff, but you, mash up the shots. But a masturbation shot, I mean, the guy, the women's shots are fine. But the guy, you're not going to be... If it's just yourself, maybe I'm just, revealing too much, but you're not going to, stay as rigid the whole time. Because their thoughts are crossing your mind, Because you're like, this is stupid, or oh, I'm so fucking horny, but this is dumb, there's no one here, there's never anyone here, and you're just like, and you're like, no, I gotta pull through, literally pull through, and it varies.
Well, you can really tell when there is chemistry between the cinematographer and the protagonist, because if you're making eyes at the person behind the camera, and they're giving you encouragement. And let's say I was filming you and I was tweaking my nipples or I was playing with myself a little bit.
Yeah.
That's something that you could focus on. You wouldn't be in your head anymore. You would be rock hard and you could come nice and quick. So.
So that's true. If I'm Ron Howard and I'm sitting there behind the camera and filming this porn and it's just a guy masturbating, I would take out my dick and I would start masturbating. And I'm like, look at me! Look at me, I'm Ron Howard, I was OP. I was in Happy Days, I'll show you some fucking Happy Days. Kick that cock and look at me.
Yeah, let's say we're filming the Fonz masturbating.
Yeah.
And he's being filmed by Ron Howard. Well, of course they're going to have superior chemistry. So.
That's true.
Maybe I should take that back. You can fuck it up.
And the video would be called Winkler Sprinkler.
Delicious.
Henry Winkler, yeah.
He could water my lawn any day.
Oh, yeah, with that sweet cum.
Yes, delicious. I'll wipe my face. I might drool on my bones here.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Wipe. Wipe.
Hey, now you're stealing that.
Stealing it from Charles Hades.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Most
boy.
of our co-hosts are named after Satan.
Yeah, it happens.
Whether it's Luther or Hades or anybody. Sometimes
Andy.
Sometimes you just gotta dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Patrice was a fluffer in hell. That's where we got the name from. Eat those bones, bitch.
So when you're being fluffed in hell, does your corpse that's lying in peace here in the beautiful cemetery, does it get a boner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Your bones stick up. Yeah, it pops out of the ground and it comes back.
Wow. That just blows my mind.
In a golf course when there's always divots that the groundskeepers have to clean up?
So this is the reverse.
Yeah, there's divots with that pop up because the boners come up from underground. The guys that went to hell, they're getting fluffed by the devil.
So I can walk around and see who's in hell if they're a guy.
Yeah, or if they had really large clits. Good old Martha with the large clit just sticking up out of the earth, and then the next day the people have to smooth out the dirt. Because you don't want a fucking graveyard looking like it has gopher holes.
Oh, is that why in front of me there? I'm going to turn the phone here.
Yeah.
Can you see all those little dot that the lawnmower hit?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what those were.
Yeah, the boner divots, boner and clit divots.
Man, that family was a bunch of sinners. They're right in a row.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
What do you think they did?
Oof. Around here, let's see. What are people known for around here that they just sin? There's a lot of cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a lot of financial exploitation.
There you go. You don't go to hell for cheating.
That's right.
I hope. Just kidding. Or am I?
Shocking. I'm thinking that probably it was embezzlement. It has
Nice.
to be. That whole family just, they were dirt poor, but they always never looked like it. You know how some people that are just rich, they look like everyday people.
That's what I would
These
do.
people, yeah, well, these people, they always look like they were fancy, but you know they never had any money.
Dressed to the nines,
They
even
had-
though they had $9 between them.
Right, I'm like, how did they find that at the local Walmart? I don't know.
Ross. Do you have a Ross for less there?
No, you have to go over to Wisconsin to find one.
Oh, damn. Road trip!
But, yeah, 2 hours is not bad.
To go to a fucking Ross? What if they don't have your size? Or they don't have anything you want?
Yeah, they got a good enough parking lot where you can live in there for a couple weeks.
That's true. To wait for the new shipments to come in?
Right. They keep coming out there. Why haven't you guys left yet? We're waiting for the shipment.
The new shipment.
Size, and I wanted a pair of boots to put on my feet. And you see the ones I have now, they have hose. And you see my toes? See how my pinky toe's longer than my big toe? Yeah, that's the problem we're having here today. So, you get back into that store and you get this stuff on order right now. Otherwise, I'm going to be here for another 2 weeks. You want me here for another 2 weeks? No, I didn't think so. You go get that shit on order right now.
I'm here for some blouses.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I want to check out your blouse selection, but it looks like you ain't got no too good blouses. So I think I'll need you to get it back there in that catalog and order some more of those blouses. Oh, for your wife? I didn't say I got no wife. Why are you talking about my personal business? I just asking you for some blouses, okay? Okay?
Well, they're never going to get rid of them. They're going to live there forever.
People camping out in the Ross parking lot in fucking Wisconsin that came from Minnesota during this crisis, and they're not social distancing.
Nope. They never social distance.
They're in your
Nope.
face all the time. They're
There's no
spittle-
masturbation going on in that parking lot. The shit is piling up so high out there. Oh my gosh, it smells like.
Or maybe there
like
is a lot of
Turkish flu.
masturbation.
Oh, are they fecophiliacs?
Fecophiliacs, yes.
Mm.
That's how you say it, right?
I wonder what a fecophiliac is into. Dead buttholes?
Dead bowels. I don't think they have any more bowels, though. They have to go into their intestines and see what's left.
Now, does that work the same as everything else? You know how you twitch after you die? Or at least that's what they say.
Yeah, you take a shit after you die, yeah.
Okay.
You get a boner and you take a shit at the same time, right when you die.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mean like get a chocolate popsicle?
Oh yeah. If you get a boner, you hang yourself or something, chances are you could get a boner, and you will shit your pants. So like, your family has to find you with a boner and your fucking pants shit, and they have to like get you down, or someone gets you down, and they have a boner, and like it's the final humiliation of your life.
Yeah, you have no control over it. You're gone.
Yeah.
You're toast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Try playing off that.
I don't know. I think that's what that family did in front of me that got all that money. I think maybe they embezzled, like, dead boners to the porn industry.
Oh my god.
Well, that would explain why they got the best place in the whole
So
cemetery.
they made cast molds so they could like do CGI and stuff and CGI the boners onto porn actors.
But they died before that was even then.
That's
I
true.
think that they probably made the old plaster of Paris molds and did it the old-fashioned way,
Like
a
some
little,
Victorian era dildos.
Oh, what were Victorian era dildos made out of?
Probably wood.
Paper mache?
Wood and paper mache, yeah.
Ugh. Oh.
Yeah, and then you had the Civil War era dildos too. Those were bad also.
God, could you imagine a wood dildo getting a splinter up your cooch?
Right? Try selling a black dildo in the Confederacy.
You mean like black walnut? That it actually looks black naturally?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that stuff only grows in the South, so it'd be so racist.
Yeah.
Mm. But up in the North, would they import them? I mean, like, did the commanders come up and, like, is that how the war was really won, the Civil War? Is that the North commanders were able to secure black walnut dildos for the rich North women, and then the men were, like, happy, so they went down there and won the Civil War?
I think that you're close. I think that the South, though, was able to fund some of their war efforts by exporting the maple before. What type of wood did you say?
Black walnut.
Sorry, not maple. Black walnut beforehand, and they had some cash reserves. And so they were able to fund their local militias and then into the armies with that money for exporting things knowingly that they were going to be black dildos. And so they helped the South and not the North.
How could that be to the South's detriment, though? I'm trying to figure out how, because the North ended up winning. I'm trying to figure out how this would work.
They had Lincoln and Grant. They had leadership. The South didn't have leadership. I mean, they had General Lee was pretty good, but and there's a bunch of streets still named after him around here, which I don't really agree with. But especially when they like intersected each other, it's like Lee Highway versus Lee Road, and it's like they intersect. And like, what? That's ridiculous. But yeah, I think that they helped the South more because they got the money from exporting the wood. Or you think they're all painted?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of liking where you're going, but don't you think that's how things really actually go down the hill? I mean, sometimes when you have too much money, you let the power go to your head.
Oh yeah, I would.
And then
100%.
You stop paying attention to the important shit like winning a war.
Yeah, or your growing syphilis.
Oh, that was rampant back then. Oh my goodness. It was
bad, yeah.
Can you imagine that's why they invented the petticoats? It's got to be to hide those syphilitic sores.
Yeah.
It would soak through the first layer, soak through the second layer.
Oh.
You have to have 3, 4, or 5 layers of petticoats. Otherwise, heck, everyone's going to know what those spots and the blood and the pus coming through your dress. You got syphilis, girl. 5 petticoats.